And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Dennis. At the 35, he's got room. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They're working that left side. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early.
He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Gets it out fast. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer. Big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time today. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball because this safety is a different breed.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. It's a draw. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Bears are on the move. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
He's looking to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on. He just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! He'll try to tack on 1 more. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Going up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's quick. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. On third down, going up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on third down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And the D deny them on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. This defense has been able to force a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? They'll try to pound their way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Good one there.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Give to the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, looking to throw. Finds his tight end. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
All right, second quarter, get... Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Bears with the 1st and 10. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Looking for a huge play. He was able to come down with the pass, but wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He would. And his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They keep attacking through the air. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it on the right. Can anyone catch him? And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown,
biggest thing is identifying coverage. Right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A first down for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On second down, looking again to throw. Finds his man. It's Dennis. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On the return, it's quick. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to get to it. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Going up top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Bears will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a... The ball pops out on the return. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Special teams is such a momentum builder. A lot of times you see it change games, and it's so nice when you're a defense and you're about to go on the field. All of a sudden you get a fumble, and now you don't have to go on the field. Man, a great feeling. Hey, offense, you got this. Go take care of it.
Hit as he throws. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. The 20. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterbacks.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run.
Going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's quick. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's York. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Now from inside the red zone. Moves away as he feels pressure. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's quick. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. You take that kind of chance to the outer third of the field, I mean, that's just begging to throw a pick six.
Not a great decision. The coach is not going to be very happy when it goes over and says, why are you throwing in double coverage? Let's read the field. If they're going to do this, let's take something else, right? Never go broke taking a profit. Do a good job of seeing what they're doing and trying to take away from you and take the other one.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Dennis. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. It's complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Bears are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and secure. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep..."
He's going to let it go. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp. Runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dennis. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense in hurry-up mode. On second down, wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's back to throw on second down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the 1st, and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Bears have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
49, Texas Tech, 42.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's York. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
The Red Raiders want to move quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball... in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's York. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. When they wanted a touchdown last time, this drive, they can go make it happen.
To the air on first down. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Now on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the ball is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First down here for the offense. The give from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got loose, it was all over. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Fresno State dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on.